everyone, my name is Juliana Parent and today I'm talking HIV, Human Immunodeficiency Virus. During this video, I will introduce you to 7 stages of life cycle. I will talk about causes, protection, treatments, cure if any, and also long and short-term side effects. So let's talk about 7 stages of life cycle of HIV. The 7 stages are binding, fusion, reverse transcription, integration, replication, assembly, and budding. Now let's talk specifically about each of them for better understanding. The first stage is binding or attachment. This is what HIV look like. So during first stage, HIV binds or attaches itself to the surface of CD4 cell. In the fusion stage, HIV and CD4 cell membrane fuse and HIV enters inside the CD4 cell. Next is reverse transcription. Here, HIV that is already inside of CD4 cell releases HIV enzyme and converts its genetic material HIV RNA into HIV DNA. Now HIV enters the CD4 cell nucleus and combines with the cell DNA. Integration stage. Here HIV releases enzyme and integrates its viral DNA into the DNA of the CD4 cell. Replication. In the replication stage, HIV begins to use the machinery of CD4 cell to make long chains of HIV proteins. These chains are the building blocks for more HIV. Okay, assembly. During this stage, new HIV proteins and HIV RNA move to the surface of the cell and assemble into immature HIV. Finally, in the budding stage, new, immature HIV pushes itself out of the host CD4 cell. The new HIV releases its enzyme, which acts to break up the long protein chains that form the immature virus. The smaller HIV proteins combine to form mature HIV. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about what causes this terrible disease virus. There are basically 2 ways a person can get infected, either through blood or sexual contact. There is another way it can even get infected through the birth from mother to the baby. Now we will talk about long and short-term side effects. So what are short-term side effects? Diarrhea, headache, dizziness, vomiting, fatigue, rash, nausea and vomiting, and pain and nerve problems. The long-term side effects are lipodystrophy. What this is, it's a problem, the way the body uses, stores, or produces fat. So this can cause a person, infected person, to lose fat in the face and to gain fat in the abdomen or in the back of the neck. Another long-term effect is insulin resistance, which cause diabetes and can cause abnormalities in blood sugar levels. The next one is lipid abnormalities. It's a long-term side effect that increases cholesterol. Then there is decrease in bone density. This is especially dangerous for elderly people when they are more exposed to the injury. And finally, lactic acidosis. It's a buildup of lactate, which causes muscle aches and liver problem. So how to prevent ourselves from HIV? First of all, get tested and know your partner's HIV status. Have less risky sex, use protection, limit sexual partners. Get tested and treated for STDs. and also consult with the doctor about pre-exposure prophylaxis or PrEP. Also, don't inject drugs. Now let's talk about treatment and cure of HIV. The good news is there is a treatment, effective treatment for HIV. It's combination. It's basically combination of drugs, 3 or more drugs in one pill, called sometimes a cocktail. This pill can be taken once a day, and the good news is that it's effective and tolerable by most majority of people. The bad news is there is no cure of HIV at this time. We can only hope that it will be discovered in the near future. So that's why the treatment is very important and essential once started. It has to be continuous to stop HIV from spreading, which may cause to death.